So with 40 pounds of gear, we made it to the fishing spot. Well, not quite, actually, almost. Still got about another 2-mile hike to get to where I want to go. So I got no tent today. All I've got is a sleeping bag and a hammock, and a few other essential things, of course. But once I get to the spot, I'll unpack everything and show you just what I brought. It's going to be a 2-night, 3-day camping trip, and I'm going to go for some trout, my favorite. And I've got my butter. So I am all alone out here. I'm already about a 1/4 mile into the hike. Still got another 1.5 miles, and there's no reception out here. That's one thing I love about coming outdoors and being away from everything, is that you're forced to be with nature. Even if you wanted to go on YouTube or Facebook, you can't, because there's no reception out here. So it forces you to get away from it all, and it forces you to enjoy life at this very moment. Well, I've got myself into a little problem over here, and it's a little bit harder than I thought it would be to cross this little stream. It's going so fast and it's so wide, it's covering all these rocks, and there's no way for me to cross. The real path is down there, and I could cross it, but I would get my feet wet if I did, and I would risk falling in the water with my camera, my drone, my GoPro, my bag, everything. These rocks are really slippery. If you get your feet wet just a little bit, that little bit of wetness combined with these slick rocks, they've been washed over with water for years and years, so they're smooth as marble. So if you step on that and it's wet, you'll slip right off. So I don't feel comfortable doing that. The only thing that I can do right now is make a little bridge. So there's tons of driftwood that's been washed over here. So I got to get me a couple pieces and find the most narrow area and lay those across and make a little bridge. Well, there goes that one. You know, when I'm not carrying my bag, I know I can jump across there. It's just the fact that I have all this gear. I'm going to lay everything across there, and that should work. All right, this might be all that I need, but I might get another one just in case. Yeah, if I could get 2 more pieces right in the middle, I'll be good. All right, here we go. I just hope my back doesn't get too wet, but I think I got this. All right, there's one small victory right there. Now I got to bring you guys along too. All right, ready? Let's go. Made it. Onward bound. Fisherman's life. Yeah, I forgot to mention, there's bears out here, and there's mountain lions out here. I'm just saying. Well, I've been hiking for about 1.5 miles. Oh, shoulders are tired carrying that 40 pounds of weight. But I stumbled upon this large opening. It looks like someone's been camping here a while ago. There's some old rocks and some burnt firewood over here. But the reason why I stopped here is because behind me there's a river flowing nice and fast, but there are some slow moving pockets, and I think that there might be some fish holding in there. So the plan is to try to catch me a couple trout right now and have me some lunch, so I get some more energy to continue on this hike. But before I do that, let me show you just what's in my pack. So it might get cold. Brought my jacket, brought a little sweater, brought my pillow. Now, of course, got my rod. I'm gonna go fishing with this in a minute. Before coming out here, I stopped at Outdoor Pro Shop in Roanoke Park on Redwood Road. I picked up this really nice Pflueger President and a Okuma SST rod, 8 foot. It's like a salmon steelhead trout rod. Probably gonna be throwing some worms. I've also got some spinners and I've also got some flies. But I'm hungry now, so I wanna do what's gonna catch me the most fish, which is probably worms. I'm gonna experiment with flies and the spinners tomorrow when I've got an all day to fish. So I don't have a tent, but what I'll be sleeping in is this hammock. This company, Arbor Creek, sent this to me. So every time that I've ever come out camping, it's always been with a tent. I've never in my life used a hammock, so this is going to be quite an experience. I do have an emergency blanket that I used in my Catch, Cook, and Camp episode 1. I've got that as a tarp I can put over me when I'm hanging in the hammock. Of course, got my propane tank and my burner. Got some paracord, my little stovetop that you know that I put together. That's really about it. I got some butter, and I've got some beef jerky, and I've got some avocados. That's it, just some fat to give me that energy. Drone, of course, you know, nothing else, nothing special, just the bare minimum basics. Take a look at this rig I've got. It's just a simple split shot on top and a hook on the bottom. Owner's size 8 hook. So I've got this thing, it's called a worm threader. And what you do with the worm threader is this. You go through the end of the worm, and just like the name implies, you thread the worm onto the worm threader all the way up. Now when you're ready to put it on the line, this worm threader's tube is hollow. So you put the hook through the hollow tube, pull it tight, pull the line tight, and then you can thread your worm straight onto the line and onto the hook. Nice deep hole right here. Man, there's a lot of water moving in this river. Oh, there's a bite right here. Dang, I missed him. Oh, I had him. Little brown trout. There he is again. I want to wet my hands first. Look at that fish. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Sad thing is that I hooked him in the gills. He swallowed the hook, which is common if you fish with worms. He's bleeding out, so I'm gonna harvest him. He's a little bit small, but I mean, he's legal size for sure. But look how beautiful, look how gorgeous that pattern is. I'm gonna keep him in the water for now, and I'm gonna try to catch one more. So all this water is going past me like this, and there's these big boulders in the river. So right behind the boulders is a calm area, and that's where the fish hang out. So if you can cast right behind the boulder, or if you cast in the stream and your weight and bait trail and go behind the boulders, that's where the fish are. That's where you're gonna get bites. There's one. Little tiny guy. So I've learned by now to properly handle trout, you gotta wet your hands first. It helps keep the coating on them. Hooked him right on the lip, so no worries for him. Nice rainbow trout. Wild too, he's got his adipose fin. All right. All right, come on, I want one more for lunch. Come on, take it. He's nibbling at it. There he is. Oh, it's a better, good size one. Good size one. Oh, come up here. Oh yeah. Nice. Oh yeah, this is perfect. Woohoo! I don't know if you can tell how excited I am, but I am very excited. So the reason why I'm so excited about these fish, if you watched the last Catch, Cook, and Camp episode with the trout, I caught a wild rainbow trout, and that's exactly what this is. And that thing was the best fish I ever had in my life. And I've never had a wild brown trout, and that's what this is. So I had the best fish that I've ever had in my life in my right hand, and probably one of the best fish that I've ever had right here too. Look at the beautiful, beautiful pattern on this fish. What's this guy been eating? Holy moly. Look at all these bugs inside of him. Look at, those are all bugs, little bugs. Holy crap. I've got some flies that are going to be perfect to catch these trout. So when I was at Outdoor Pro Shop yesterday, I bought a bunch of black zebra midges. And that's like exactly what's in these guys' stomach, black flies. So he's basically clean now. All I'm going to do now is just get rid of this blood line in the middle. I can just scrape that with my finger. And all that blood will come right out. Another thing I learned when I was in Arkansas, if you want to skin them, you don't have to fillet them to skin them. You can just bend the head back. Watch this. Bend the head back and just push up. And watch the skin come right off. Pretty much skin perfect. Before I season the fish, I'm just going to put a little bit of butter in my pan. No bears, no outlines. We're good. Just a little salt and pepper. So when you're cooking, you know, always put the biggest pieces in first. Smallest ones, they'll cook faster. Fish and avocado. Don't think you can get a better combination than that. Food is done, if I do say so myself, and it is looking good. Look how it comes right off the bone like that. Just comes right off the bone. My God. All right, I can honestly say that I did not waste any of that fish. That is all meat. I love trout. I love fishing. I love the outdoors and nature. It's just beautiful out here. Somebody's gonna say, oh, you ruined it with avocado. Hey, no, I didn't. Now tell me, that does not look like an amazing lunch right there. First bite of my first meal out here. Whoa, there's almost no seasoning, just salt and pepper and butter and avocado. And this meal is to die for. One of the best simple meals I ever had. That was gone quick. All right, let's clean up and head out. Don't want to linger around here too long. That's the hammock right there. It's by Arbor Creek. So they sent me this to put in a video. And one of the catches, or not the catches, one of the benefits for you guys is that I talked them into giving some away. So they're going to give, I think, 3 of these hammocks away. It's not a complete giveaway. It's basically like 95% off is what they said. So this is what it comes with. It comes with these 2 straps, and then the hammock is attached to the bag. So this is the hammock, and on each side of the hammock there's these heavy-duty carabiners. Every 5 inches or so there's another loop. I'm guessing like when you put weight on it, it'll compress down, so it gives it extra strength. But I'm thinking that it's also another place to attach the carabiner. So you could attach it here, or you could attach it here, depending how far apart the trees are. And one thing that I was reading is that when you have a hammock, you do not want to pull it tight, or else that's just going to create this banana shape. You actually want there to be that dangle. So this is what I'm sleeping in tonight. And that's basically it. Okay, please don't break. Please don't break, and trees, please don't fall on me. Okay. Okay. Alrighty then. Bye. Whoa! Slipping. I'm slipping over here. I did a little bit of research before coming out here and how to properly sleep in a hammock if you want to buy this hammock, or if you want to enter the contest and you win. is not straight across. If you sit straight across, then your body's gonna be shaped like that bow. It's gonna be shaped like a banana. So the way to sleep flat in a hammock is you get in the middle, put your feet to the side of the hammock, and then I'm a lot more level already. And then with your head, you're gonna do the same thing and just hope you don't fall out. So, okay, I'm pretty flat right now, I think. And if my head is too high, I can just raise my feet side. I like it though. It's really lightweight, compact. You see how small that bag was? Fit right in my bag. The biggest thing I have right now is my sleeping bag. There we go. Now I'm protected from the rain. So this is what it looks like inside. If it rains, I should be good. It should keep me dry. Anyway, while it's still light, I'm gonna gather some firewood, and hopefully I can do all that before it gets too dark so I can fish a little bit more. So it rained hard yesterday, so a lot of the wood that's on the floor is wet, but these little sticks, they dried out, and that's what I'm gonna need for tinder. I feel like there's so many videos on this already that there's no need for me to even show it. All I'm doing is collecting firewood. All right, got enough wood here. That should be enough wood to have a fire for about, 30 minutes to an hour. I made it out here before sunset, and I've got a really good feeling about this calm spot. You can see the water going super fast behind this calm spot, but there's a seam right where the calm water and the fast moving water meet. So I'm gonna cast right out there, and I should be able to get a fish. Oh, I got a decent sized fish on here. Nice, brown trout. Ooh, oh baby, oh baby, hell yeah. Oh, it's a rainbow trout. It's nighttime now. It's really about the time when your mind starts playing tricks on you. Bunch of small pine needles down there, and I'm feeding more of them on top. And I've got these thicker sticks to ignite. Once these ignite, they'll hold the flame a little bit better. Then I can add my bigger sticks and continue that pattern. So tomorrow's plan is to concentrate on fishing. I'm just gonna hike and hike and hike until I find fishing spot after fishing spot. Now, I'm not saying this is a bushcraft video or anything like that. Yeah, I did use a lighter. I'm just out here having fun, enjoying my life. And I hope you guys can too. The great thing about living in California, and probably a lot of other states in the United States actually, is that any national forest you can camp for free. You can camp for free. That's what I'm doing right now. The only thing that you've got to watch out for is you need a fire permit. But all that is you watch a 2-minute video online, take a 8-question test, and that's it. But now with fishing though, that's pretty tricky. There are so many counties, there are so many districts, there are so many rivers and lakes, and each river and lake has their own regulations. Sometimes you can keep 2, sometimes you can keep 5, sometimes you can have 2 bag limits in your possession. So it's really up to you to figure out the regulations of the lake and river that you're going to go to. Just as good as the last one. Same thing, just avocado and fish. Another great meal before bed. I'm exhausted, but I feel satisfied. Had a lot of fish, a lot of avocados today. Feeling good. One thing about being out here alone, you gotta watch out for. You gotta stay strong mentally. It's like sometimes I'll hear these footsteps in the background, and I don't know if it's like a rat, or I don't know if it's like a squirrel, or I don't know if it's like a bear or something. But if your mind starts thinking about all these possibilities, you can get yourself freaked out. Look how dark it is out here. It's just me in the dark, alone, no cell phone reception, can't talk to anybody. just me. But anyway, that's what it is. So the plan is tomorrow, catch a lot of fish. I'm gonna get some good night's sleep tonight. See you in the morning. I'll tell you about the hammock, how I slept in it, and how it is. Oh man. Morning. That night did not go so well. Gotta admit it. I must be doing something wrong because my legs kept cramping all night. If there's anybody familiar with hammock camping, can you please tell me what I'm doing wrong? I'm trying to sleep at an angle so I'm more flat, but when I lay on my side, my left leg starts to cramp. Then when I switch sides, my right leg starts to cramp, and it's like just gets stuck. I don't know. I mean, the hammock is built well. No complaints there, but probably just not for me. I don't know if I can give it another try tonight. I probably got like 3 stretches of good sleep in. Other than that, no, not really. I might turn this hammock into a tent tonight and sleep on the pine needles. But yeah, anyway, all right, time to start the day. It's a beautiful day, no clouds in the sky. Oh man, I'm gonna build a fire just to warm up a little bit, and then I'm gonna start fishing. So today the goal is to try to catch a fish on a fly. And it's amazing to me that these fish will bite on something like that. Look how tiny that hook is. And that's all it is. There's no bait, there's nothing. This is made to imitate a fly, their natural bait. And yesterday, when I opened up one of the trout, its stomach was filled with these black little flies. And this thing is called a zebra midge. I caught a lot of fish with this fly in Arkansas. And the setup is a bobber, which is just like an indicator if you got a fly rod. I've got a bobber stopper on top there. So the length of line is about how deep the water is. There's a big rock right behind me right there. So I'm going to cast right behind it, watch the little indicator, and if it goes down, I know that there's a fish. And the really cool thing about fishing with flies like this is that when they do bite, well, in my experience and what TJ's told me, 100% of the time they get hooked right in the nose, right in the lip. So you don't have to worry about hooking them in the gills or anything. You don't have to worry about them dying. It's a really great way to catch and release. There's a little tiny barb on here. That's all it is. It's called the zebra midge. Got a couple of these, one in black, one in red, and I've got another one to more imitate a fly. So I'm gonna cast out and let's see that bobber go bong, bong, bong. I'm really trying to get it right up against that rock. Right there, that's a good spot. If it could just settle in there. If there's a fish there, it should bite it. Yeah, change the spots. Find a little place that's a little more calm. There's too much water flowing over here. Great thing about a river, you can just go walk the entire river. When you see a little spot that you want to fish, just stop, grab your pole and fish it. And you really got to always be aware of your indicator. Always got to be aware of your bobber, because once it goes down, you basically got a fish. And if you miss it, the hook is so small, even though it is barbed, that it can come right out of its mouth. I missed that fish. I was too focused on filming. I felt the bite and I was worried about getting the bobber on the camera. Let's see if I can get him again. Oh, see that? Got him on the red zebra midge. Nice rainbow. So I was real close to giving up on these flies, but good thing I didn't. I hooked this guy on a red zebra midge. I switched it to a red one, and just like I said, look how I hooked him, straight on the nose. Very typical with all these kind of flies. So I'm gonna try to get another one on camera, but this is my biggest fish yet. It's probably 14 inches or so. I'm just gonna release him for now. I wet my hands first so I'm not injuring him, but I don't want to keep him out of the water too long. There's another one on the red zebra midge. Lost him. So I had 4 bites on the flies. I caught 2 fish. Well, I landed one really nice rainbow trout. I let him go. Not hungry yet, so I'm only going to keep what I want to eat, and I want to keep him fresh. Enough for the flies for now. I'm just going to fish with the night crawler again. I pulled one out from over there. Now he's going against stream right now. Oh yeah, looks like another wild rainbow. Oh baby. Oh yeah, there it is. Put him in the cooler. I can see just from his mouth how pink and orange his meat is. Oh man, yes. Ooh, I'm gonna be eating good tonight. Ooh, that is a nice healthy fish right there. So just in case I wasn't clear last time, the step I missed, you gotta go through the butt first. Oh, he's a male, ready to spawn. Go through the butt first, all the way to the gills in front. And then right here, not here, but in front, right by the mouth. Just cut right there, up. Then you put your finger down his throat. And then you can remove everything in one go. All the guts come right out. And I knew it just by looking at its mouth, how orange and nice this fish's meat is. And that is a perfectly beautiful, clean fish ready to eat. Beautiful, beautiful fish. Beautiful orange color. I am going to enjoy this to the fullest. I'm casting over there across this channel. So once I get bit, they got to come across this channel. And it's really tough for them. There's another one. Oh, there's another one. Oh, I lost it. Damn. That was a nice one. Shoot. Oh, that was a nice fish. Whatever I catch now, if it's a keeper, I'm gonna keep it and eat it for lunch. I'm getting hungry now. Oh, I had one. I freaking yanked it out of its mouth. Well, I know where he is. He's right under this rock right here. There he is. I'm on him. Oh, decent size. Oh, that's a nice one. Now, to land him. All right, now let's just not fall into the water here. Well, he's actually not the biggest. The one that I caught on the fly was bigger. Nice size. Probably about 13 inches. See that meat? It's got a lot more color to it. Beautiful fish right there. That's lunch. They're both males. They both have that nice orange meat. All right, here we go. Just a little bit. But I really don't want to over season them. I just want to taste the natural flavor. Any fins in there, you can take them out. But other than that, that is all meat, baby. And some nice fatty skin too. I like it with the skin. I'm gonna keep the skin on from now on. Avocado cannot beat this, jeez. Well, I'm gonna walk around because I'm getting eaten alive by mosquitoes out here. If I stay in one place for too long, the mosquitoes find me. But if I walk around, it's not too bad. Yum, yum, yum. So I'm trying to get some firewood. There's some dead branches on the tree and they burn really, really well. But some are just too high for me to reach. So I tied a rock around this rope. I can't jump up there. So my plan is just to swing this rock around. So it wraps around the branch like that. Then I can just pull it down. Might have looked a little clumsy, but it works. Really good wood. See how dry it is? I brought 2 sticks of butter, so that's probably about enough for 3 meals or so, I think. So I'm gonna be here today and tomorrow. Yeah, should be about right.